I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back to Word of the Day with Lance Conrad. Today's word is craven. Let me tell you a story. Craven is a more intense version of the word coward or cowardly. You can use it as a noun or an adjective. I'll use it both ways during our story. It comes from the Latin word crepare, meaning burst. Now that may seem a little odd until you follow it up through history. Burst changed to crushed, and crush came to describe someone who was already crushed and defeated in their own mind and soul. So a craven is someone who has no courage or honor left. I imagine everyone is already familiar with the story of the Titanic. The massive ship hit an iceberg and sank, killing over 1,500 people. The tragedy was made much worse by the shortage of lifeboats. Bruce Ismay was the managing director of the White Star Lines, the company that owned the Titanic. He felt that lifeboats weren't very pretty, so he reduced the number of lifeboats from 48 to 16. So when the moment of emergency came, there were only enough lifeboats available to save a fraction of the people. The famous call went out, "Women and children first." Many would have to sacrifice their lives to pay for Bruce Ismay's mistake. There were many brave women who also gave up their spots, choosing to stay and die with their husbands rather than let someone else die in their place. However, this is not a story about their bravery. This is about the craven actions of some of the men. Of the 705 people saved, 325 were men who had forced or cheated their way onto the lifeboats. Some men even dressed up as women to get their spot. Their cowardly behavior, placing their own lives ahead of others, even children, is a perfect example of our word craven and has earned them a place of shame in the history books. However, it's not really craven until it disgusts you at least a little. So there's one craven I'd like to point out in particular. One of the first men to shoulder his way onto a lifeboat, saving his own hide and leaving others to die, was Bruce Ismay, the very man who had made the decision not to have enough lifeboats.
We have a few yearbooks left to sell. If you would like to purchase one, bring $40 to Mrs. Decker. When they sell out, we cannot order any more. All laptops and hotspots will be collected on Friday, May 20th during homeroom. Please make sure you bring all devices that day.